If you hold it with commitment.
Hold it with commitment and no fingering it.
No fiddling with it.
Oh,
no
fiddling with it.
no fiddling, just hold it with commitment.
So this is how you guys run your podcast.
Oh yeah, it is. We're intentional, we're decisive, we know what we like, don't we, Matty?
And we're committed. Sorry, I've got a mouthful of tuna pasta. This is starting off in a real, just chaotic fashion.
We'll do a little ASMR tuna pasta. I'm just putting my do not disturb on because I tell you what, the girls' chats are popping off, and
Can I just tell you guys something?
always.
I'm not in very many group chats, and I'm starting to think that I'm a loser.
Hey, we Flickr messaged our group chat just the other day. It was work related, but we're all friends.
Mm-hmm.
Although the message was work related, and maybe that's the problem.
I think that's it. Like, I'm in a lot of work group chats. And we've got our Lotto Syndicate group chat, which sometimes pops off every so often. If there's
Did it pop off on Saturday? Because if it did, you've got something to tell us.
But you know, we did actually have quite a big win one time. Between all of us, 35 grand.
No, you didn't.
Mm-hmm. But there's like 10 of us, but still. I know.
That's amazing.
You know, isn't that cool?
Oh my God. So, all right. So what?
So it's possible.
$3.5 grand each.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it was about there's about 10 of us, isn't it?
It'll work out to be like $5 grand.
$5 grand per couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever that is. Yeah, not too shabby. We went to bloody Rarotonga.
Oh, that is not shabby. That's amazing. God, imagine your excitement when it was like 35 grand. Because the thing is that it's tricky mentally because that comes in and you're thinking, that's all us. He's fiddling with it, Matty. He's not holding it with
It was the one instruction.
Yeah.
There we go. That way we can hold it like this, right?
Yeah.
And that thing's not digging into us.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. No, that's nice. That's
I'm
good.
on the show for 2 minutes and already I've solved all the problems.
Men,
quick,
am I right?
Quick mansplain something for us. How rude after being, courteously invited on the show for your parenting prowess and because, you're often appreciated. I know you listen to all of the episodes.
Long-time listener.
Long time listener.
Second time featurer.
Yeah.
Is it? Have I been on before?
Yeah.
I have, haven't I?
Yeah, remember we were like talking about our fights and stuff.
You talked about your relationship.
It was so traumatic. I must have blocked it out.
So memorable for you.
No, yeah, it was. I blocked it out.
That's actually a career highlight for you. You should know, being on Untidy.
Is it?
It's a milestone.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Add it to your little career journal.
CV.
Yeah.
Well, I've got this. Oh, by the way, everybody, welcome to Untidy. We're having a very informal chat today. We've invited Art Green on as our guest today.
That's my husband.
Hey, guys.
She'll claim that one. Hey, Art, welcome to the show.
Thanks, guys. It is, despite how I have come across so far, it is an absolute privilege to be on again.
Oh, you've redeemed yourself. It's nice to have you on because also this is just a good opportunity for us to talk to each other. It's been a while.
I know, you're like sitting in a room on your own without children. This can't happen a lot.
Well, usually what happens is I get home from work. I've got dinner waiting for me in the oven from my house husband. I know.
Lovely.
So I come upstairs, I take my makeup off, I come downstairs, eat my food, help out, do the dishes, tidy up the house, and then we go to bed and read our books. Maybe the odd coitus section, but, mainly...
Yeah, biannual coit.
Hey, I'll put it out there, Art. I don't know if you caught the conversation. You probably didn't, about how Matty and you were going to have a Pilates session. Did you ever deliver? No, you were going to give him a massage because you missed your birthday massage.
Oh no, I did get a massage
from Matty.
It was from Matty, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, she
did.
did.
Best massage you've ever had.
It was certainly the best massage I've ever had. It was definitely
not your usual massage. I
would probably be a little bit. It would be strange if I did get this sort of massage at a massage parlor from a masseuse. It would be very questionable.
All right. Well, Matty, you delivered, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. Well, sometimes you've got to get it done.
You've got to Gosh, that's the most romantic thing I've ever heard. You've got to just get in that boat and row as hard as you can.
Even if you don't want to, you've just got to just lie back and take it.
And is that what you had to do?
I did. Yeah, I did. I felt completely dominated.
Good for you.
I hope our grandmas
God.
aren't listening. God.
No, so do I.
Oh, well, yeah, but mum, commented on my Pilates session. She was like, 42 minutes. Keep bringing it up.
She did. You won't understand the Pilates chat.
He must have
but
just missed that episode.
Yeah, I think he's still catching up. He's
catching
a
up,
couple
catching up.
behind.
Oh, how long ago was that one?
Just 2.
Quite recently.
Yeah, no. I'm 3 behind, so that makes sense.
So Hannah had a coitus session, and
Can we not call it coitus? You're going to say moist in a minute.
she had her Apple Watch on, and set it because she wanted to. Oh, Hannah, you tell
I
the
was
story.
curious. I was curious
You tell the
about,
story.
how much of a workout are we actually going to get here? How many calories are you really going to burn? Everyone wants to know, surely. Is this a zone 2 workout? Is this a zone 3 workout? Curious. Anyway, decided to set it as a Pilates session because I'm like relatively stationary, but there's exertion.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, 42 minutes, burned about 2.5 eggs.
Oh, okay.
First of all,
was it zone 2? I
42
want to know, was it zone
minutes.
2?
Well, it ended up being
Probably mostly zone 1.
rude.
But a little-
I actually had zone 5 for
but a
25
little
seconds.
Did you?
I did.
Wow.
I did.
That's great.
Yeah. I'm going to keep talking about
that's
it.
a long Pilates session.
No, well, okay. I was going to save
Good on
this
you.
for our chat tomorrow, Matty, because we've got a lot of recording to do this week.
We
But
do.
I will share this now. Now, what do you think of this, guys? We'll get on to what we're going to talk about with you soon, Art, but this is newsworthy. We had a submission from a listener who also did a relatively stationary workout, but with exertion. And they are showing off. We'll call her Sinead. Sinead's duration, 1 hour and 23 minutes.
That's not right.
See, when I hear when you say that's showing off, like for me, I'm just like, what a waste of time. Like, get in there, get the job done.
Be more efficient.
How about 5 minutes, get it done, and then you've got a whole hour.
Crack on with
just
folding the laundry.
Do some other stuff. Yeah, I mean, I've got a shower rack, like a shower curtain thing, just sitting on the bed here that I didn't get time to put up today. That's what I would be doing. I'd be putting up a shower curtain.
So quick little 5-minute wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Get onto the shower curtain.
Yeah.
Get that installed.
Get onto your jobs.
Well, but this is okay. I would like to say she's also reported this is a new relationship. They're trying to impress each other. It was a dirty weekend situation, and so no one had to mount a shower rack. I mean, I don't know what they're into, but as far as I'm aware,
they're showing off.
They're showing off. They're showing
off
that's
with
why,
each other, which is great.
Yeah.
And that's why you'd send that in. And what this listener determined the workout was trampolining. This one.
Oh. that is good.
All right, we've got
perfect.
active calorie burn 248.
That's quite good.
That's pretty good. 248 calories.
Yeah, because I mean, if you were running on a
It's a
treadmill,
light meal.
if you were running on a treadmill, that would it takes a while to burn 248 calories on a treadmill.
Yeah. I'd like to know how many calories I burn just sitting here over an hour.
Well, obviously, you'd burn a lot more than most people because of your resting heart rate variability.
My resting metabolic rate.
Yeah.
Look at her. She knows her stuff.
Yeah, I got it sussed.
Yeah. Well, this average heart rate, last stat, or actually second to last stat, because I got sent visuals, which is, I mean, when I say I got sent visuals of the graphs.
Got it.
Yep. Okay. So we're clear. 107 beats per minute. So we're averaging a good brisk walk, aren't we? Like with a slight incline.
So 200 beats per minute, did you say?
No, 107.
Beats per minute. That's the average heart rate. Of an hour and 20.
Yeah, I'd call that a brisk walk.
It's zone 1.
It's zone one, but that's a brisk walk on an incline.
But zone 1 is still essential.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Walking for an hour and a half. Don't sniff at that.
Certainly
Well,
not.
I guess if you liken it to just lightly jumping on a trampoline
Yeah.
as well, because that's what it's put down as.
That's what she's
So
claimed
yeah,
she's been up to.
it could be just little tiny jumps on a trampoline for an hour. Like that would take it out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Well, good for
Well,
her. I think
exactly.
we've
Well
got
done,
her to.
Sinead. We applaud you, and thank you for sharing that with us because we certainly encourage a lot of sharing.
We do. And we also picked it apart, so apologies for that. But, hope you enjoyed your dirty weekend with your new man.
Well, it looks like it. So
Evidently she did.
now your children, are they just asleep now? Are they? But by the way, listeners, it's 7:46 p.m. of an evening.
Mm-hmm.
They're asleep.
Quite possibly. I run quite a tight ship, you see. So
Right.
we've got a strict sort of dinner anywhere between 4:30 and 5 p.m. and then
Wow.
into the bath no later
That's
than
key.
5:30. Then we're reading stories about 6. Maybe sometimes we'll push it out to like 6:15. Then the kids are in bed just before 7.
Wow.
And then the older two, they're currently listening to stories, but they might have just drifted off. Hopefully they would have drifted off. And then the youngest, the 18-month-old Penelope, will be asleep.
Yeah.
That
Because she's just a little angel.
Oh, what a
Little
darling.
Penelope.
Tight
Honestly.
ship. See, I've traded the joy of, having kids asleep at this time for like ease of parenting. I mean, I'm in a sweet spot at the moment because we haven't quite hit adolescence, but we're bearing down on that in 6 months' time. We're like, they'll do things, they'll light the fire. They'll sometimes make me food and tea. I mean, I need to like a ham and cheese toastie, but I do, and that's fine. I need to like tepid beans on toast, but I'll accept that if it's something
so
that
they
I
haven't
don't have to do
quite
myself.
figured out the temperature that
No,
the food
that's
needs to
okay.
be at. It's okay. We take what we can get.
Yeah, we take what we can get. And so, like you tell them to go do things, they will do them. It's great. But they're going to bed at 9:00.
Right. So so the
This
evening,
ship,
like
isn't it? That
so
is a loose
that
old ship.
time.
It is so loose.
The
No,
ship is thinking.
But that's the age though, because a friend of mine has got kids the same age as yours been, and she's because I asked her one time, I was like, "What time do the kids go to bed?" Just because I'm very interested in like in different ages and what they do, because I only know my age kids and what they do. She was like, "We say 8:30, but it's usually like around 9."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, so you get back a lot of time when you're not managing them, but
Mhm.
you lose that couple of hours in the
Mm.
evening
To yourself.
to yourself." Yeah.
What time are they up in the morning?
Well, Alex is very regimented, and you'll like this. You'll like this a lot. He sets his alarm for 6 a.m. He
Yeah,
just
nice.
likes to wake up and get out of bed. He puts on his uniform, and then he likes an hour of quiet to himself in the morning watching TV.
Oh my god.
He is so sweet. I feel like Milo's going to be like that.
That's exactly what I used to do.
Is
Yeah,
it?
exactly what I used to do. I used to get up and I would set my alarm, and sometimes I'd get up at 5:30. I would have this competition to see how early I could be ready for school. And then I'd make my
Wow.
lunch
With who?
and I'd be all dressed with myself, and I'd
Okay.
always win. And I'd be ready to go to school by 6:00, so then I could just watch cartoons until school time.
That is so sweet. And it explains so much.
Yeah.
Like, so for example, when I'm home and then I'm kind of on dinner and bath and stuff, I just feel this presence sort of
Interesting.
around me, constantly clock watching. And he's like, if you want the kids in bed by 7, then you need to start running that bath. And I'm like, oh, right, okay. He's like, you're onto it, aren't you?
Yes.
You're motivated by time junctions, I think.
Well, yes, I'm just very good at sort of working backwards from the end goal and just having sort of, I guess, chronological little navigation markers in my mind that need to be hit if you want to reach that end goal.
You've got to hit the junctions.
You've got to hit the junctions. So I find
I've got,
myself
like-
often I find myself in this. It's very much a lose-lose situation where I can't really offer any constructive advice to Matty on this subject for fear of being told off for doing it. And then if
Mm.
I don't say anything, then obviously we have dinner very late and the kids are in bed late. So it's lose-lose. Yeah.
It really is. So all you can do is just hover there, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, like a lost fart in a
Whisper in my
thunderstorm.
ear,
Yeah.
just being like, I think it's time to run the bath.
Yeah.
I'm like,
So
okay.
tapping your watch.
Timekeeper ASMR.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
that's
him.
so. Yeah, I wonder what Alex is going to be like. He's now started this new thing where, I mean, I think we know what he's going to be like.
It's gonna be
But
like
he's.
that.
Do you think I can like convince him to not move out of home and just organize me and organize my life and just like keep me on track because this is what I need.
He might find it fun. You know, like sometimes people that are really organized like to organize other people.
Yeah, they do. And it's so good when they come around and help you organize stuff, eh?
Yeah. We've got
Yeah.
friends that like enjoy, organizing. Oh, you like this, Bean? Like
I love to
organizing
like
pantries and stuff.
yeah, oh, I do, but I don't have any time. That's my. But
Mm.
if I was like left alone to my own devices and all I had to do in a day, and the whole world went away, and all I had to do in a day was like reorganize my pantry, I would love it. I reorganize my fridge on the go, so every time I'm in there, little tinker here, little tinker there. I like that. I have
That's quite a good tip actually. So then it's not such a big job.
yeah, just sort things out as you go, and I like to know what's in there. I've been known to go and stay at Flicker's house and reorganize her fridge a couple of times.
Come and stay with us, please.
Well, what's Art doing? I mean, I know you're parenting all the time now, but like,
Look.
what's happening with the fridge, Art?
That's the thing.
Oh,
He's
wait.
He's a great man. He's not a perfect man, And both of us are shit at the fridge. Both of us are shit at the fridge, aren't we?
Oh, yeah, I just can't be bothered.
No, neither can I. It's just one job too many,
Interesting. Yeah. What was I going to say about
So we just can't do it all. We think we can.
can't do it all. Yeah, Alex has started
but
this new
unfortunately
thing.
The fridge gets it.
The fridge cops it. Hey, do you know what? It's all right. Like, things could be a lot worse. Alex has started doing his homework in the car on the way home from school, so it doesn't cut into his me time when he gets home.
That's incredibly smart.
That is so clever and so sweet. Oh my god, he's so you,
That's
isn't
great.
he?
That's so good. That's exactly what I would do.
It's like, and it's honestly, it's such a relief to me. And then like when he goes to bed, he puts on his fan because he likes the fan on. He likes the noise. He likes the fan on his feet. And he goes to sleep. Like he'll read. And then when it's time for sleep, in about 3 minutes, he's out.
That's so cute because Milo has just started to learn to read and he's getting better and better. It's so cute. And that's great to know that he reads in bed because the other morning I was taking Milo to school and he goes, Mum, I really need a lamp. And I was like, yeah, you do need a lamp. You're right. And he said, because now that I'm getting older, I can read my book in bed before I go to sleep. But when I get into bed, I can't see it because it's so dark and the writing's so small. I was like, I know exactly what you mean, bud. You can't read small writing in the dark. It's too hard. We need to get you a lamp. So he thinks it's really grown up to like lie in bed and read a book because he knows that that's what we do before bed. So he's all excited about it.
It's such a great habit.
It's so great. And he's going to look so cute with his little lamp in his book.
Little book. Oh, he's going to bring home my book that I wrote at some point.
Oh, My Big Moments.
No.
What do you mean?
No, I've got when your children go through school and they're bringing home those early readers, keep an eye out for The New Lambs.
I didn't know you wrote another one.
Oh, yes, it's absolute. I'm teaching your children. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. I'm going to tell Milo when you're at the library, look out for The New Lambs.
No, it's not at the library. It's an early reader.
Oh, so it's through school.
Yeah. What colour is it? When's he going to bring it home? Instructional series, The New Lambs. Yep. When Jake and Emily find 2 abandoned lambs. Oh.
What happens
Ready
to the
to read
lambs?
colour. Okay, it's in green.
Green.
Well, it's touch and
What
go there
level's
for a minute.
Is that sort of level 1 or?
Look, there's a colour wheel. I can't remember. It's relatively early on, like maybe year 2.
Yeah, like
you might be looking at year 2.
Lamb is a tricky one.
Yeah. What? Yeah, they
Lamb.
they find these abandoned lambs and just ship them off down to the meatworks. Oh well.
They put them out of their misery
Yeah, the
and
end.
chuck them onto the slink truck.
Just, learning about the circle of life.
Yeah, it is touch and go there. We're
Mm.
not sure. We're not sure if they're
Okay.
going to make it. So
Don't
you'll just
spoil
have
the
to.
ending.
No, I won't spoil it. I won't spoil it when people get upset. Oh God, there's even an audiobook of it on here. Amazing.
You should be reading that bloody audiobook.
I know. I really should. Honestly, that was one of the best writing jobs. I think I can say this now. I ever did. I think I gave that a solid 12 hours. Like that was writing it and then editing it into submission.
Yeah.
It's not easy to get that job, to be fair. I would have loved to have done more. I was like, hey, any more books you want me to write?
I've got another 12-hour stint in me.
I am open to it.
Oh,
That's great.
How much do you get paid for writing that sort of book?
Excuse me, personal question.
Look, I don't care. I think
We were just talking about having sex. Surely this is all right. I mean, I don't know how this podcast rolls, but surely.
Yeah, sex is fine. Fine private financial information. I think it was like maybe got like $2,500
For 12 hours, I'll be happy.
Certainly
with
worth it.
Yeah.
Certainly worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just went well. It just went smoothly. And I was like, hey, I'm only too happy to write more. Didn't get another contract, so here we are.
Good to know.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Right. Still waiting.
Wound up on here.
Still waiting
Yeah.
for the next one.
Still waiting. Well, we wanted to have you on to talk about the parenting load because we've heard about Matty's job.
I'm a working woman.
She's a working woman.
She is. She's
So-
bringing home the bacon.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Actually, you have not brought home one bit of bacon.
Not a rasher.
Not a rasher.
Rasher.
No, you haven't.
I'll change that. I'll bring some streaky bacon home tomorrow,
That'd be great. Yeah, thanks.
Just going to Auckland, just spending all her hard-earned cash on
Streaky.
oat flat whites or something.
I am spending a lot of money on lunches. It is not cheap out there, people.
Mm.
My God. Like each lunch is at least $16,
Oof, yeah.
which I feel like is quite a lot.
Was Art not packing your lunch as well as the kids' lunches then?
He's actually really slacking on that.
Oh. If ever there is leftovers, I try to make leftovers, but some meals you simply can't have leftovers for. But you'll find a little Tupperware container with your lunch in the fridge when there's leftovers, won't you?
Yes, I
Oh,
will.
Yes,
will.
with your name written on it. A love heart.
For your lunch, but never
Yeah.
has there ever been a
No, that's true.
no. That's all right. Look, I don't need the added extras, but look, would it kill you to write a special note in there from time to time?
Hey, you're doing a great job. I'm proud of you. I'm so grateful for what you're doing for our family. That kind of thing. I can help you with that. ChatGPT could help you with that. Not a problem.
Just like I worship the ground you walk on, and
As you're
get it,
running out the
queen.
door, leaving
Get
with
it,
me.
Queen. That does sound like something I'd say.
It's classic art actually to say something like that.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you look out for that Tupperware tomorrow, and you'll be sneaking down to put a little post-it on there tonight, won't you, Art?
Absolutely.
But seriously though, like what do you think has been the most annoying part?
Yeah, let's be honest and untidy about
Let's
taking
not
the
about it.
parenting load while Matty's gallivanting
most-
off.
Well, it's actually quite good timing because today was probably one of the most annoying.
Great.
After, dropped Autumn off at preschool, and then I've got Penny with me. So Matty was in town the whole day today. So normally she's goes into the city at like 10 a.m., 10:30,
11:30.
11:30. Wow.
I
Most-
usually leave 11:30.
Yeah. Well,
It's my normal time to leave.
yeah, but you never really leave at that time.
No,
Because
because
you've
if
always
we're
got- no,
recording, I go
Yeah,
at
you've always got
10:30,
other
or
stuff
if
on
there's
too.
some other, yeah.
So it's
Okay,
normally
fine. It's 10:30.
it's normally like 10:30, but today she was in town in the city early. So anyway, dropped Audie off at preschool, and then on the way back with Penny in the car back home, Penny vomits all over herself in the car.
I knew
So,
this was where it was going.
Yeah, so that
Vomit
was sort
in
of
the car seat.
vomit in the car seat. So that
It's the most.
So that was-
It's the niggliest place.
that was all like, get home, then take all the car seat cover thing off, and then wash that, and then dry that.
And then did
And
it get, like, onto the, like, the actual seat of the car and then into the
oh yeah,
cracks by the
it
seams
got
of
everywhere.
the
It got absolutely everywhere.
absolutely.
Just imagine that there's just like a bag of sick that's exploded,
Oh,
and that's sort
goodness.
of
Oh,
what it was
no.
like. No, yeah,
And
it
there's
was
no
actually.
putting
It
that job
was.
off either,
No, I know you've got
That's
to
like
address it.
that's straight away.
Yes, exactly. So that sort of threw a bit of a spanner in the works. But then, and then actually, I then picked Autumn up again after school, and then picked Milo up from school. So it's like a preschool pickup and then a school pickup. And then poor little Penny vomited all through the car seat yet again on the way home. So not only
Oh.
I've had to clean that car seat twice, although the second time I didn't need to put the whole thing through the washing machine because I was able to just spot clean it. So that was a win, I guess.
But did you get the aroma? Because
Oh,
that is
absolutely got the
a
aroma.
deeply entrenched aroma once
Oh,
it's into
I
something.
got it out of the car. I will find out
Any
tomorrow.
cleaning tips there for removing the vomit?
Just lots of cloths.
Mm.
Lots of cloths, lots of spray, disinfectant sort of stuff.
Oh,
And
poor
just yeah.
Penny.
And then after that though, then we also had to do a bit of some knit head lice sort of combing. So that
Oh,
We've
great.
It's actually quite a milestone in the family. We've had our first case of head lice.
yes.
Congratulations. You're
Thank
real
you.
parents now.
Yeah, I feel like we've entered a new era of just constantly
Dealing with something.
dealing with that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. So it was one of those days, which was yeah, it doesn't go to plan. I guess so what's the hardest thing? The hardest thing is probably I actually don't mind doing the night shift, the afternoon evening shift by myself because like we've already
It goes
discussed
smoother.
I like to run a tight ship. So
You don't have any like mutinous sort of first mates running around kicking over buckets. and stuff.
exactly, just walking through, just la 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 la. Let's see how late we can make this evening. No, so I don't mind it. I actually don't mind that. I do. It is like a little bit lonely when you're the only parent doing that sort of stuff, but I don't mind that so much. I think the thing I find the hardest is just not having time during the day to do things that I had time to do before.
Mm.
So that, and I still have the expectation on myself to like achieve all these things, like little jobs during the
Yeah.
day.
So
That I,
expectations haven't budged at all, but
yeah, I
tasks
know.
during the day and to-do list has
Yes,
increased momentously.
exactly,
And
totally, and
are
especially
you like
with the house move, like because the house move has
yeah,
been,
and you pop that in there as well.
yeah, the house
Just
move
a
was,
cheeky little house move.
yeah, the house move was a big one too, and also just because of the timings with everything, it was like Maddie couldn't really help out with it either, so it was like a full on.
Well, I did
She had
some.
she had radio awards to go to, Art.
I know, exactly. On moving week, she had to, stay in the city for the 3 nights leading up to the move. But no, you did pack 2 boxes. So
Was that her makeup?
it actually was her
Did
makeup
she
and her
take it
clothes.
with her to Auckland to get
It
ready
was
for the
her,
radio awards?
it was her makeup and her clothes, which you packed really well.
Oh,
Thanks,
well,
but
hey.
I said to my radio friends, because we had the big night and it was the night before moving day and the movers were coming at 7 a.m. And then they were like, oh, stay out. And I was like, look, I've given myself a 10:30 curfew. And a few of them were like, oh, you can stay out a bit later. But I was like, look, divorce is imminent. Like, this is, if I have a late night tonight and I'm hungover for moving day tomorrow, or if I'm late for the movers, I will get divorced by Art. He will serve me the papers himself.
They're
Because
probably hiding in first draft somewhere on the computer,
he's
just in case he
definitely
needs to
drafted them up.
efficiently get them out.
He's been in touch with the lawyer. All it is the click of a button, and that baby is law. So I was walking
But
some
oh
thin ice for a
my.
bit there, wasn't I?
You were walking for nice.
But we survived.
No, we got through that. But now it's just like there's a whole lot of, unpacking jobs and stuff. And it's just like, I don't think that's going to end in years because realistically, we just don't have the time to do it.
That's
But we
it.
will. We'll find some time.
just the day-to-day, the week-to-week of the household for me is like that. There is no extra time around that. When do you do the things like clean out your garage? I've got stuff in my garage. I'm like, "Oh, I'll get through this. I'll just sell that stuff on, Marketplace, and I'll get that clean. I want to do this and this and this with it." That was 4 years ago, and I'm just keep putting things around the other things.
Yeah.
Totally. It's like I would love to have a person that could just do all the things that I think about doing, like then and there,
A
But what if
slave.
Well,
they didn't
it's
do
like
it to your standards?
it's like so I update the shopping list with Siri and I'm like, "Hey Siri, can you add jam to the shopping list?" And it's like, "Yeah, I've added jam to the shopping list." I'm like, "Awesome, thanks, Siri." What if you just had someone that you could just be like, "Hey Maurice, can you sell that chair on Marketplace?" And you'd be like, "Yeah, no worries." And then you actually have a real guy that does that whenever you want it.
So what you need is a live-in PA.
Yeah, well, I would love that.
Yeah.
Can we do
Yeah.
that? I don't want them living with us.
No. But you need
Just
them
they could just be a
around
hang
you.
around guy.
Because
Like,
like
just hang around.
they're waiting for you to yell at them and be like, "Oh, can you do that thing?" So they sort of
Yeah.
need to be in close proximity, and that's annoying.
What about a little shed, sort of down
Well, the shed's not going to sell the chair for me.
down the downhouse? No, they could live in a little shed.
You
And
just
then
chain
every
them
so
up to the
often-
radiator. I hear people don't mind it that much.
Every so often it's like, "Hey, Maurice," and then he'll pop his head out.
Yeah, what do you want? I love how we're all American in this.
You can have that towel rail mounted in no time at all.
Yeah.
Just
okay.
fluffing around in your ensuite.
Well, yeah. We'll put them in the garage. The garage is probably better.
A shower curtain, actually, because at the
Oh,
moment,
sorry, it was a shower curtain.
because at the moment when I have a shower, the whole bathroom is just completely soaked. Like
Oh.
toilet, shelves. Well, there's
Yeah.
not really any shelves, is there?
That's a funny.
It's a bizarre. There are things about this house. I'm like, what were they thinking when they put that in?
Mm.
Like houses that are like when they're designed, it's like, did someone think someone was going to live here?
They
Surely
think
you would
that
have that in
through.
mind when you designed this room.
Well, I just think it was geared for some different people. Like
Yeah.
the shower in our ensuite is, I think, for someone in a wheelchair.
Yes.
Because the shower head goes up to just probably under my shoulder,
Oh, that's
maybe
fun.
even lower. And so it's at that point where, that awkward, like when you're trying to bend down and it's not like I can like a full squat, real comfortable, like standing up full, like really comfortable, but just like that in between zone
Yeah.
where you've got to kind of bend over a little bit and bend your legs
And
too.
and it's like
And-
it's quite a
yeah.
vulnerable position.
It's very vulnerable, and it's like every morning I have a cold shower because I like to have cold showers, and for some reason, just doing my cold showers in that position feels like I'm getting violated, like just a bit more.
It's like I didn't
Just a bit
choose it
more.
to be this way.
Yeah, it's just a little bit. I don't know.
like because
It's quite
when
a
art has
sorry,
this-
weak position,
it
isn't
is,
Yeah, that's it. I
like
feel
it feels a
very
bit
weak.
like you're in front of your master
You're
or
cowering. It's a
Yeah.
cowering.
something. And when I'm in bed, because
It's getting
oftentimes like we'll
closed
wake up and Art's in the shower cowering, and all I can see is like up his ass because like the door's and he's cowering in the shower. Like, oh please, like, must we?
Oh, okay. I'll try be a bit more side on when I'm cowering.
Can you just go in profile next?
I will. I'll go profile and I'll just get assaulted. I'll get.
Well, he obviously doesn't think you're a threat, though, Matty. So if he's prepared to expose himself at that angle, he's like, that's saying a lot about your relationship. He thinks you're safe,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. Well, I haven't done anything yet, but just what.
Are we talking about you like shoving something up my ass while I'm having a cold shower? Like, is that where this is going? What's happening?
Well, it's her or Maurice. We don't know who's coming out. But they're both in close proximity.
Maurice is coming up from the garden shed, and he heard the shower running.
He's bringing the garden tools.
He knew you had a need, and he is coming running.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that sounds like someone cowering under a cold shower.
Oh, Maurice. hilarious. Oh my God.
Oh, God.
Crikey
So,
Dickens. Where do we go from there?
I don't
Good
know.
God.
We're going to have a really meaningful talk about handling the parenting load and what that's been like and what he's learned. It's going so well.
Going really well. Yep. Yeah. We've certainly covered a lot of ground.
Some we didn't expect to.
But it's like people keep asking me about it. And
Yeah,
look,
I want to. Okay, here's what I want to know.
okay.
The awkward things that people say. Where you're like, do you think that through?
The awkward things that people say. I think Art gets a lot of praise for doing this. And hey, look, I'm not knocking that. So he should. He is genuinely incredible and the best dad I've ever seen. But I think like a lot of mums do this all the time. You know what I mean? Like there are a lot of mums whose husbands are away a lot, or they leave for work early and they get home late. They have busy jobs, and dads too, but I think we can safely say the majority would be mums. And I just feel like let's give them a bit of credit too, you know, because it is a full-on amazing and fun, but somewhat relentless job. And I think it's quite novel because you're a man. You know what I mean? But
What are the
it doesn't
compliments
take
that-
it doesn't take away from what you're doing,
No,
but it's
the
just an
importance
interesting
of what you're doing.
yeah, but it's just an interesting observation that I think like when it's
And it's nice to get
mums, it's a bit more
acknowledged.
expected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Like no one's going to be like acknowledging that.
It makes me
What do you
it
get?
makes me really think about single parents actually,
Mm.
because like I've still got you in the mornings, and I've also still got you at nighttime to like debrief with and everything, and help tidy up the house and all that sort of stuff. It's like single parents don't have anyone.
Yeah.
So like that's the real
Yeah, like I often think about that. Like, where's the time to go to the hairdresser? Where's the time to do all of that stuff? Like, sure, if you've got school aged kids, but then I would think you'd probably have to work if you were a single parent. So it's just
Well, I can comment on this.
being a single parent myself. Thank you very much.
I mean, normally, like I've got the sort of 50-50 week about scenario, which is a beautiful balance. Like, and it is like, you know, sometimes married people will be like, wait a second, how do I I still want to be married, but I now want us to have separate houses and just parent week about. Like I think this actually looks quite good. And that's a good balance. But at the moment, the kid's dad is away on his honeymoon, 7 weeks. I'm 3 weeks in. On Friday night, I think it was Friday night, I did in fact cry in a Chinese restaurant. His mum arrived. And you know when your mum arrives and you're like, I don't have to hold it together. And it's almost like it's not a conscious choice. It's just like subconsciously you know you don't have to hold it together. And then I picked her up from the airport. Your body just lets loose. I picked her from the airport and I said, there's not a lot of gas left in the tank, Mum. And she goes, oh, we should stop and get some. And I'm like, not that tank.
Oh,
but it's just like it's the relentlessness of it. You know, I mean, I'm 3 weeks into this stint, and I've got a winter wife, but she was sick last week and she worked a lot, so I didn't really have it as much. Not complaining. And it's just like the layering of if everything's going smoothly, I've got to hold it together.
Yeah.
We had the hot water cylinder shat itself all through the hallway.
Oh,
so we had
that's
that
just a
whole scenario to deal with.
rigmarole.
Yeah, Alex had his school production and he got sick. And it was like, and the whole week. And then by the end of the week, I'm like, I'm fucked. You know? I'm sorry.
Got nothing left. I'm going to cry in this Chinese restaurant.
I'm going to cry in this Chinese restaurant. And it's only rated 4.4 stars. I don't need to come back here. There was something
out of
weird
10
about the pork.
or 5?
Out of 5.
Oh, well, that's...
I'd say that's a good rating.
Nah.
Oh, is that
No.
not? Not by Christchurch standards.
I want over 4.6.
Okay. Fair. Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes you just like hit the wall, and then you're like,
yeah. And but doesn't it feel good when you hit the wall, you let it out, you have a bloody good cry, then you're like, oh, okay, we're good. You know, I can power through after a good cry, a good debrief, chat it through, and then it sort of gives you a renewed bit of energy.
Yeah, well, I got to that point by today pretty much, but I also then for the rest of the weekend pretty much outsourced the children to mum. Like, you love your grandchildren.
Take
Off you
'em.
go with Pippa. And
Go
then
with Granny and Grandpa. Off
yeah,
you
and
pop.
I think it's that piece of, this is how I explain it. There's a lot of straws in your cup. And
Mhm.
then every time there's another layer of something else happening, there's another straw that goes in the cup. And everything is just drawing out.
I'm
Oh,
gonna go.
Hold on,
Kids with lemonade.
we've just had a
oh.
child call out.
Nice that they're just calling for him now, Matty. That's good training. Like that's an investment in your future as well.
But you think you want that, you
Oh,
know,
and then you miss it. And like, why don't you want me?
and then you miss it because it's
Grass is
like,
always greener.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like I don't think there is a perfect
No.
scenario. There's no
There
perfect
never
setup.
is. There
You're
never is.
always kind of missing out on something, whether it's you time or time with the kids or, you know,
Time with your
it's
partner
or time
or
with your partner. There's always
there's
something that
there's a
is missing
trade-off.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I guess it evens out eventually. There's just different times in your
Mm.
life where we're missing out on alone time, or right now I'm
Mm.
missing out on midweek evenings with the kids. But it just
Mm.
means the weekends are even more sacred than they
Yeah.
would usually be, and I've got to be very choosy with my time.
Yeah.
But, you know,
And
it's
you've got to
fine.
kind of make a stand for that, right? Like
Yes.
just being like, this is the time for me or us or
Yeah.
them, or, you know, and actually be quite intentional about how you spend it. I'm just going to finish what I was saying
Yes,
about the cup thing.
do. Yeah.
Because not because I want to bang on myself, but just because it's unfinished and that's annoying. So
Yeah.
everything is
We can't have
one
an
more.
unfinished analogy.
We can't have an unfinished analogy. Everything is one more straw in your cup drawing out of it.
Mhm.
And the thing is, when you're a single parent, there's not a lot feeding into it. It's mostly you. And then that's not enough. And like when you're out, you're out.
Because
And
there's nothing to fall back on. Like there's no other person to be like, oh, shit, better pick up the slack now because I can see that the other.
and
That
it's hard
she's
to
done.
ask for help, you
Yeah.
know, because like if you've got a partner and they're a parent, you know, or they're parenting with you, they're in the team. But
Yeah.
like when you're on your own, you feel like, and this is also part of my problem as well, that I feel like it's an inconvenience or an imposition to ask someone for help when I need it. And I know that's something that, you know, a lot of us just have to get over. Like we've got to ask for help at the point before we hit the wall.
Yes.
Not
And the more
after, not when you're crying in a Chinese restaurant.
Totally. And then the more that we do it, the more it normalizes it for others as well. When we ask for help, someone's like, oh, that actually felt really nice helping someone, or that was cool that she asked. And then they're more likely to ask for help themselves. And it's just this lovely cycle.
Yeah. And it does feel good when you're helping someone else, you know, when
Yeah.
you're helping them
Yeah.
feel better, or you're just doing something just to take a little bit of the load off. But you know that, like, even though it's a little thing for you, it's a massive thing for them.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Totally.
just people like showing up and just knowing that someone's going to show up for you is huge.
Yeah. Oh, he's back.
Oh, he's back. There's the parent, just
There
handling
he
a bit
is.
more of the parenting load.
He's just got a bit more on his shoulders. Oh God. Well, I think we have we covered you?
Yeah.
Art, what would you
See
like
ya.
to say? He's like, it's
Like I've just spoken for you the whole time.
That's my life.
She's on the radio now, so this is what she does.
She's just one big mouth.
Do you remember that time at an awards dinner recently? We got invited to stand up and explain why we were like a part of this charity and like why it was a big deal for us.
The charity was Big Brothers Big Sisters. Surely we can
Yes.
talk about this on the show.
We'll put the link in
we
the show
totally
notes.
can. Yes. So we're ambassadors for Big Brothers Big Sisters, and they invited us to come up and introduce ourselves and explain a bit about why we wanted to be a part of it. And then we got up and I did this huge spiel and I covered everything, didn't I? I covered everything. I even introduced Art myself. And then I handed him the mic afterwards and I was like, here you go, your turn. He's like, well, you've said everything. You've said every single thing.
I was like, yes, I can confirm I am Art. That was pretty much it.
And this is my big
Yeah.
mouth that I like to
Um,
bring around in places with me.
I do actually have one thing to add that is sort of relevant. I just thought about it before when we were talking about single parents and also big brothers, big sisters, because one, I just sort of another thing that is I find hard is get home and we sometimes like go to the playground after school and then we get home and it's like cooking dinner and usually it's Milo is always our 5-year-old is asking me like, can I play with him? Can we do this? And I
Mm,
can't because I'm cooking dinner
this
and I've got to
is
do all this
the
stuff and
big
I feel
thing.
like I'm so like just really wish I could play with him. And so I find that probably the hardest. I find
Yep.
that really frustrating and it makes me think about Big Brothers Big Sisters, which is this charity that links up mentors with mentees kids. And oftentimes it's kids who have a single parent and it's because the parent doesn't really have time to always spend time
Mm.
with them to like play and do stuff. So that's kind of
Yeah, that's
where that
such a
charity
good
really comes
point.
in.
And that's a conversation that we have in this house a lot because my son Alex loves playing like card games and stuff. Always asking me to play, and I feel like I have to say no so much, and it just breaks my heart. And then he's
Totally.
always like, "It's okay, Mum. I know you're busy. I know you're cooking. I know you're working. I know you're, you know." And then like you always feel like you're saying no. I think that's the thing that you lose because you don't have that other person to like handball something to, so that then someone can be fun and playful. Yeah. But then, you just try and make it count when you can. I did take them to go-karting, go-karting on this like indoor dirt track the other weekend, which was super fun. But then it also was like, I need you to know I'm not going to be nice. Okay.
I'm going to smoke you, kids.
I'm going to smoke you.
I'm gonna run you off the track.
Mummy can drift. All
Yeah.
right. You're going to
Mommy
spit
can
out
drift.
and just stay out of my way.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Oh my God, it's like turning all fast and furious on the May.
Yeah.
Like,
I took it so seriously.
We're racing for pink slips. It's like, but Mum, I don't own this go-kart. I said we're racing for pink slips.
Oh God, it's so true. Well, hey, any final words? You've got the mic. I look at those grippy little things.
How about that?
You've
How about
tried.
that? You've got them. Any last words? You've got the mic, and then Matilda just grabs the mic out of my hand.
The hand is already coming
You didn't even
over.
realize you were doing it.
I wanted to say something nice to you.
Oh, well, there'll be a first.
No, this is your moment. Have the mic.
I don't really know. I don't really have anything to say. It's just as per like all the times that I'm on this show. It's just been wonderful to chat.
We've loved having you. It's been a privilege.
Yeah, no, love what you guys do.
Don't give us a
Yeah, you don't have to like give us compliments.
Yeah.
This is your moment.
Why
Oh,
not? Why
he's doing
can't
it
I?
again.
You guys do a
Okay,
good
you
show.
can. Hey,
It's
thank
great.
you.
All the times that I've listened, I've loved it.
all
There were
2
4
times.
relevant episodes. Stacey Sims, though. She's great.
Yeah, she's a legend.
Wouldn't it?
Hey,
Oh.
but
There
seriously,
it goes. Back to me.
thank you for your service to this family and this podcast. And I hope this one is more memorable for you and that you'll actually remember that you've done it.
So do I.
We'll have him on next year and we'll check.
You should retest him.
Yeah.
Like, question 1, how many times have you been on the podcast? If you can answer that, you get a little chocolate.
Yeah. How many minutes did Sinead have sex for? 100 and no, I can't remember.
Oh,
God.
God, that's good. Well,
Well,
listen,
that was bloody fun.
it was really fun. And I just want to give both of you a compliment because I really admire you so much, like the way that you guys parent together. Like you're a team and you can see it and it's awesome. And I know that like from the inside, maybe it's not perfect, but from the outside.
No, it's pretty, it's up there. It's pretty, it's definitely not.
I do actually want to say something, and it is for you, Matilda, because yes, I do get a lot of like, hey, go single parenting for most of the day, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, yeah, well, it's also a huge day for you going into the city, working, and then, and then coming home and like, you also have your various other like job related things that you do before you go and like trying to fit things in. And then on top of that is also you are missing out on a lot with the kids. And I know you find that really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just really appreciate you for going out and,
Oh,
like earning our money.
bringing
so that
home
we
no
can-
bacon.
Yeah,
bring home no actual
just
bacon.
go get some rashes. But
That's
I
all he
really
wants.
love and appreciate you. So there you go.
Oh my God, I
guys
love
are
you too. And
cute.
hey, Bean, you're doing a bloody great job as a single parent too. You're nailing it. You're absolutely
Oh.
nailing it. Your kids are happy. You're keeping them fed and loved and happy and warm, and they love you and
They
they respect
do.
you, and that says a lot.
And you know what? I think in this situation, you just said we just have really honest conversations.
Yeah,
We have to have really
Yeah.
honest conversations because, you know, it is what it is. You can't pretend it's any other way.
totally.
And we make the best of it. And I'll just see what happens to them when they're older, you know?
Exactly. We'll just see how things pan out.
Yeah.
I'm sure all of our little mistakes will come back to bite us at some
Well,
point.
I've got a great recommendation for a therapist, and hopefully she's still operating by the time they need her.
Great. Perfect. Well, that'll solve all those issues.
Perfect. Oh, well, listen, I hope you guys enjoy your next 31 minutes of awake time because, Maddie, you do like an early night.
I
It's
like an early
probably
night.
time is ticking to be getting into bed and reading your books.
And do you know what? I'm getting to the end of it. So
Mm.
I've only been reading it for about 3 months or something ridiculous.
Oh,
The
what?
Da
What?
Vinci
Okay,
Code.
what are
Still
the
the Da Vinci
Yeah,
Code.
it's taken you it took me 3 days to read the Da Vinci Code. I was traveling. Okay, I was traveling.
No,
It's
but the Da
taking
Vinci
me a
Code's
long
real page turner.
time.
I can't believe it's
Such a
taking you so
page
long.
turner.
It's just like at the moment I'm literally averaging like 2 pages a night. It's
Oh, But
ridiculous.
what's Robert Langdon up to there? Like he's
Oh,
just
that's the thing.
so
Heading
exciting.
he's heading to London with Teabing and Sophie. So
Is
I'm going to
he?
find out what's
Oh,
going to happen.
look out. Art, what are you reading?
What am I reading? What's it called? Yeah,
A fave.
All Our Shimmering Skies.
Oh.
Yeah, Trent Dalton, who also wrote what's it called?
Boy Swallows Universe.
Yeah, Boy Swallows Universe, which I
Oh,
loved.
that's yeah. That's why
And
it
so
rings a
this
bell.
one is like beautifully written again. I think Maddie and I are just in this weird phase where we're finding it, maybe because we're just so tired. Yeah, it's
Mm.
like a couple of pages a night and then I'm asleep.
Yeah, books
it's
are
taken a
next
while.
to me. And
What are you reading, Bean?
oh, I actually am reading something. I just started reading a book on the weekend. So I'm like, I think I should try and read a book. It's called like The 7 Moons of Marley Almeida, I think.
Oh, never heard of it.
I'm 15 pages in, but I thought because we're going on our Northland road trip from next Monday for 12 days, I'm like,
Yes.
I'm going to take a book. We're all taking books.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I
100%.
can get through a book. I don't know. I get to bed. I'm tired. I often haven't done my second meditation, and that does help me go to sleep.
Mm.
And probably a little light scrolling too much.
Oh, we all do it. We all bloody do it sometimes.
And then I'm like, God, it's late. I'm not going to get my 7 hours. And then, where does reading go?
yeah. Yeah. Where does
So-
it fit into the piece? Poor little reading. It needs
Poor
to be
little reading.
prioritised, doesn't it?
does.
Now,
All right,
one
well, hey.
last thing.
Oh.
One last thing.
She's got the
to
mic back.
to finish on, I am listening to a really good audiobook because I've been smashing the audiobooks in the car on the
yep.
commute.
We'll take that.
It's called One Dark Window, and oh my God, I can't get enough. It's like a gothic fantasy, and there's
Oh.
kind of like a sexy man in it, and there's
Okay, great.
like a bit of
Sold. Yeah.
underlying sexual tension. I think you'll love it.
So if anyone can veer away from the dragon porn, we will have One Dark Window.
Yeah, I've got sort of like king porn, I guess you could call it.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
A little
You're
bit of
welcome.
royal porn. Okay, well, thank you, Maddie. Thank you. Well, hey, thanks, guys, for sharing your evening with me and with everybody who is now listening.
Hey, thank you. Thanks, Art.
Yeah, thanks, Art.
Hey guys, you're so welcome.
Hey, thanks for getting
Alright.
the kids on time. Thanks for running that tight ship so that we could stick to the recording time.
Yeah, well,
We
you're
nailed it.
welcome. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Lucky you've got Maurice down in the garden shed to give you a hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, God,
All right. Hey,
this
we'll let you
goodbye
go.
taking too long.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
See ya.
it's a long goodbye. Bye, guys.
Okay, lots of love. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Untidy. If you enjoyed it, we'd love your support to keep making the show. The best thing you can do to help is subscribe by hitting follow in your podcast app and leaving us a little 5-star review. You can also now watch and subscribe on YouTube and check out how these millennials are keeping up with the cool kids on TikTok and the gram. Lastly, please share this podcast with your mates. It means that we can keep building this supportive community, keep giving you untidy episodes, and just keep doing what we love to do.
Don't forget to check out mybigmoments.com for kids' books that make your tricky job of parenting a whole lot easier. Untidy listeners get a discount at checkout, so just pop in Untidy for 10% off your order. Lastly, we would like to thank all of the good people who make this podcast possible. Flicker Williams and Joe Rocker at My Big Moments for the beautiful artwork and design, Maxine London Creative for editing this episode, and Lana Byrne for creating our social content. And to you, our listeners, Araha nui, take care. We'll see you soon.